Man, the story is just changing so much, and it sounds like Wladimir Klitschko was waffling, saying now that he's 50-50 on the Anthony Joshua rematch. This your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic, and I'm going to read into it a little bit deeper. Not saying I have any inside knowledge on this, but this sounds like some bullshit to me. I think he already knows he doesn't want to take the rematch. If you 50-50, I can feel him if he's just saying from the beginning, you know what, I'm 50-50 on the rematch. I know the rematch got to be before December 2nd. I don't know if I'm physically ready. I'm cool with that. But the whole point of this is, he said, 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks, according to Eddie Hearn. Give me 2 more weeks. Give me 2 weeks. Sounds like some bullshit. Sounds like some play in this. And the play is this. Look here. Wladimir Klitschko, he already know he probably ain't taking this rematch. And I said this a couple weeks ago. With all the waffling and changing, he not taking a rematch. What's happening is Eddie Hearn is probably telling him, like, you know what? Take your time. We trying to sort this shit out. We want to keep both of these belts. Or they know if Wladimir Klitschko don't take the rematch, then Luis Ortiz fight is a mandatory. Joshua has to fight him. That was the deal. Ortiz let Wladimir Klitschko and Joshua fight for the WBA belt. It was his belt to fight for. They probably gave him a couple dollars, or more than a couple dollars, and told him, you know what, next time, next time you get the winner. Now, and then Anthony Joshua was in the pickle because Puev is the IBF mandatory. Now, we know the IBF will strip you quicker than quick. So it's basically which belt does Anthony Joshua want to take. And we know that with Eddie Hearns, and I'm not even putting this on Anthony Joshua's mental, but I'm saying Eddie Hearns always going to take the route of least resistance. And that means he's probably going to drop the WBA. I said it a couple weeks ago. He's going to drop the WBA title. Luis Ortiz is going to fight somebody else for it. Probably the guy Shannon Briggs is supposed to fight for the regular WBA. So he's going to fight for the Super WBA title. They're going to sanction another intern WBA title, okay, for somebody else. And him and that dude that Shannon Briggs is about to fight is going to fight for the WBA title on PBC. If they make it fast enough, they can put Ortiz and whoever, or they can sanction Dylan White somehow for the WBA title. No boy can continue to fight for the intern on the PBC while the remains the undercard that's supposed to be on NBC at the end of September. So it makes sense. So Wladimir Klitschko makes his decision. Joshua can drop the WBA belt, let Luis Ortiz fight my man for it, fight Dylan White for it. And then it'll be that, Klitschko, I'm pretty sure they in Klitschko online. Don't make your decision up. They're trying to hold out as long as they can before they drop the WBA belt. And Anthony Joshua is going to fight Puev. That's what it is. I told you this a few weeks ago, and I could be wrong, but I know how Eddie Hearns rolls. When he told Kell Brook, not to fight Earl Spence and move up, that was a smart move, but that's not the move that a real champion, a real fighter would have made. So we know the white collars is getting in Anthony Joshua's head. He's going to follow the business model. We see what happened when some fighters don't follow the business plan, like Adrian Broner deferring off the business model to fight Marcos Maidana. We've seen it a lot of time. These fighters take their career into their own hands, and it goes wrong, and the promoter is still sit there looking stupid. So Eddie Hearns does not want to give another belt to the USA. He doesn't want to whip Joshua Wilder, or no matter how funny you think Joshua Wilder is, he doesn't want to risk that fight. He doesn't want to risk him versus Luis Ortiz, the guy who nuts y'all was all hanging on. A lot of people was hanging on, not y'all, before Anthony Joshua, really bubbled and beat Wladimir Klitschko. But like I'm telling you guys, they letting Klitschko waffle. He knows he doesn't want to probably take the fight because of the quick turnaround in December to him. He wants to take a 12, 18-month layoff. That's the fuck he want to do. So they know he's not taking the fight. They're trying to hold out and trying to see which belt they're going to keep. They're going to keep the IBF, fight Puev, and Doug Luis Ortiz, and you guys are going to give them a pass. And say some buffoonery ass shit, some foolery ass shit. Oh, he don't need Ortiz or some shit like that. Give him a pass like y'all been giving Leo Santa Cruz for ducking Rigondeaux. It is what it is. We gone.